Good morning, Mara. It's Sunday. Actually, by now it's probably Monday, sorry. So in your last video about your first week of classes, you mentioned that you now have all this free time on your hands and you need things to do. And so before we talk about staying balanced, I need to share with you what I consider to be the single most important piece of academic advice I can offer you as a college freshman. Go to office hours. To illustrate this point, I'm now going to talk about Harry Potter. After all, Chicago is basically just Hogwarts, right? Okay, so a lot of people have this, misconception that office hours are remedial potions for the students who just weren't clever enough to understand the material covered in class just by going to lecture. But actually, office hours are a lot more like occlumency lessons. Spoiler alert. You get individualized attention from your instructor, whether or not you want it. You get to learn a whole bunch of new skills that you would never develop in class. And on top of that, occasionally, you get a glimpse into the inner workings of your professor's mind. Office hours are not just a safety net for the Nevilles of the world, they're also a springboard for the Hermiones. Overachievers can pack additional hours of instructional time into their schedules with no time turner required. Seriously, weekly one-on-one sessions with professors are actual real classes you can sign up to take. They're called independent study courses. But just by going to office hours, you get those additional extra credit hours for free. They don't count towards your credit hour cap. Not quite as good as a time turner, but a lot more useful than a remember-all. And I don't care if you like the professor or not, you need to go to office hours at least once for all of them. I mean, just think about it for a moment, right? Literally every useful thing Harry learned at Hogwarts was not something he learned in class, but something he learned by going to office hours. And it's not just occlumency with Snape we're talking about here. It's Patronus making, and Horcrux destroying, and how to resist the Imperius Curse. Even if your professor is literally a secret, crazy, fanatical Death Eater in disguise, you will still benefit from going to their office hours. So don't just go to the office hours of professors you already like Dumbledore and Lupin, but also go to the office hours of those Death Eater professors, the Snapes and the— spoiler alert! Mad-Eye Moody's. Hell, even the most hilariously, pedagogically incompetent of professors, the Professor Trelawneys of the world, may one-on-one reveal some secret hidden talent or special knowledge that actually justifies the reason they were hired in the first place, but wasn't apparent just by going to their lecture. I mean, also, they might predict your future with unnerving but unhelpfully ambiguous accuracy, and thereby, indirectly, help you become your future self as you aspire to be. Or they might be the kind of professors you and your friends can just hang out with, like Hagrid. Of course, some professors are a little more obvious about trying to help shape your future and give you a leg up in the academic or professional world, like Slughorn. They might even reveal to you, quite by accident, the exact piece of information you needed to unlock the secret mysteries of immortality and begin taking the first steps down the road to world domination. Is my nose getting smaller? Anyway, the point is, the things you learn at office hours will make you harder to intimidate or influence, they'll strengthen the network of personal, academic, and professional support that you can depend on, and they'll offer you those moments of sudden intellectual revelation when a professor supplies you with just the piece of information you needed to help further your goal, whether that goal is defeating the Dark Lord or becoming him. Office hours can also be a place for meeting other students who are just as passionate as you are about school. I mean, it's not an accident that Ehab, the first friend I made by going to office hours, became my most trusted classmate during my time at NYU. We took the same classes, we joined the same extracurriculars, we were even inducted into the same honor societies. And we might never have met if we hadn't both decided to go to office hours. So go to office hours. Write it down in your weekly planner, just as you would for a session of the lecture. You do have a weekly planner, right? If not, get one. A planner is probably the most useful tool you can use to help stay balanced because in addition to helping you keep track of everything that you're juggling right now, it also provides you kind of an early warning system if you're overcommitting yourself. If all the things you need to do in a given day don't fit in this little space, then maybe you need to be doing fewer things. And it's good to find this out sooner rather than later so that you can avoid getting to the point where you've overcommitted yourself so hard that you need to be hospitalized due to overwork and exhaustion, as I did during my final semester of college. 50 points from from Ravenclaw. But once you have a planner to keep track of it all, just keep doing what you're clearly already doing. Add things on gradually, one at a time, so that you have time to see whether you can handle what you're doing already before adding on the next thing. And remember to try lots of different things, whether it's classes, clubs, hobbies, side jobs, volunteering, whatever. Right now, as a freshman, you're free to define and redefine yourself however you want to. So take advantage of that vast buffet of options while it lasts. Try a little of everything. Then gradually add things to your list of regular activities. Finally, make sure that you build downtime, free time, unscheduled time into your schedule. This precious time serves as like a buffer against stress and overcommitting, but it also preserves something of that sense of limitlessness and infinite possibility that you're feeling right now. Besides, you never know when you'll discover some new and exciting, but also kind of time-consuming activity that you want to devote some time to, and when that happens, you'll be really, really grateful that you built some wiggle room into your daily schedule. Okay, I gotta go get on a plane. I will see you on Wednesday.